Andariki Namaskaram, Vanakkam, and welcome back to yet another episode of Two States Junction. I hope you're all doing great. Today, this is a very important topic which I wanted to discuss with you guys for a very long time. By end of this video, I'm pretty sure you will be highly satisfied for watching this video. So, without further ado, let's directly jump into the topic. It is the importance of breastfeeding and my real-time experiences that I can give as a tip for the new moms. So let's get started. Point number 1. You must breastfeed your baby for minimum 6 months exclusively. Every doctor will recommend you to breastfeed your baby exclusively for 6 months. We cannot emphasize this point further because your baby's immune system and your baby's lifetime health is going to depend upon the initial few years of building up their strength, and the main reason for their immune system to grow really well is by feeding. So don't take this point very easy. But it's a known fact that you have to definitely breastfeed your kid minimum 6 months exclusively without outside food. If you are a mom who feels your milk is not sufficient or you're not having enough secretion, I wish you watch my previous video on how to take care of you after pregnancy. That will really help you to know how your milk is sufficient for the baby and how you can protect yourself so that you will have enough milk to feed your baby. Point number 2. Don't stop feeding your baby because you're advised to do it. You will have your mom saying stop feeding your baby because you will personally go weak, or you will have your mother-in-law saying your milk is not sufficient, so stop feeding. Or you will have some mutual friend who would have stopped feeding for so and so reasons. So don't keep all these reasons to stick onto your mind so that you can stop feeding. You can stop your feeding only when you feel like personally that your baby has grown up well and this is the time that you can wean off. It is absolutely has to be your decision and you should not be influenced by all these characters. Like you will have advisors saying like nadapal rusiya irukum so niruthidu, or you will say like kolanda olunga saapannona vandu paala niruthu. These are like common verbs that we normally get from our parents or from our in-law family. So in the madri reason kahala, it's not at all necessary like you have to stop the baby, stop the feeding. Are you a working mom? Then this tip is for you. After 6 months of exclusive feeding, I am pretty sure, because even I am a working mom, I know that we need to stop abruptly the feeding, but do keep in mind like you can still feed your baby for some more months. It is not necessary that you have to completely stop feeding your baby after 6 months because you need to go to office. You can feed your baby till in the morning before you go to office, and you can immediately feed the baby once after you come from office, and you can continue your night feed. This you can make this as a routine, and some moms can also pump out your milk and safe store it in freezer so that it can be used in the mid mornings and the afternoons. I definitely knew as a working mom that it takes extra effort to do all these things, but do not neglect or do not take easy. Take necessary precautions to maintain your milk source during your office hours so that you can still feed your babies for some more months in spite of the outside food. Point number 4. Are you beauty conscious, or you're very much afraid or very much worried that you will put on weight? If you are falling under this category, I must say it's okay. It's really okay. The first few years of baby is very important for them to have a good health for their lifetime. Can you please understand? It's for the lifetime, and it is proven that the breast milk has the correct amount of proteins, minerals and nutrients for your baby than what you give or what you try to develop from the outside food. So it's really okay if you put on more weight. Actually, you look even more beautiful if you're feeding. You will have so much of happiness doing that. So don't worry at all. It's okay if you put some cheeks, if you put some body, it's okay. You can anytime reduce it after some 2 years. Point number 5. I have heard a lot of moms saying, my baby is biting, so I wanted to stop feeding. Okay, so yes, babies do get teeth when they are close to 7 or 8 months, and believe me guys, when they reach 11 to 12 months, close to 1 year, they totally understand you. They totally understand what Amma is saying, what Amma's body language is, and what is Amma's voice, how she reacts, everything a baby can understand. This is because this is my personal experiences. I'm just sharing it with you. And if your baby is biting, do tell them not to do. Do tell them in their language something like they understand with your bonding, like don't bite, it's hurting Amma, try to chew, try to tell them in a baby's language like how to drink milk without biting or without using your teeth. I am very sure I have tried the same thing with my daughter, and she clearly understood that. And sometimes they don't understand and it will hurt you, but then don't stop your feeding because they are doing it. Keep telling them that this is not the right way to drink the milk, and teach them how to drink the milk. They will surely understand, and then you will not have any problem feeding them for some more months. Point number 6. I've heard someone stop feeding because they feel shy feeding babies outside. If you are a person who feels shy, I must say you, like every mom, every woman will have this phase in their entire life. That is for sure. You are not the only person to have this phase, and every mom will have this phase. So it's absolutely okay that you need not feel any shy to breastfeed them in the public. Every man and woman totally understand that you are a mom and will give you utmost comfort and secure feeling when you're breastfeeding your baby outside. There are a lot of every place or every public and private places you go will have a separate room for breastfeeding, and it is absolutely okay. Like even if your kid started talking and asking for your milk in front of everybody, that's absolutely okay. So you don't have to feel shy about this and make this reason one point to stop your feeding. So don't do that. Now comes the most important point. How long can you breastfeed your baby? So this comes to every mother's mind, and we will get lot of advices from our family, from our friends to stop feeding at this time or that time, but the real answer is in your hands. So it is absolutely your wish to when to stop feeding for your baby. Don't stop feeding because of all the reasons which I said above. It's a strict no, like don't stop feeding for all these reasons. I have read an article from W.H.O, World Health Organization. They state that babies need 6 months of exclusive breastfeeding for their immune system to gain all their strength initially, and one mom can stop breastfeeding sometime between 2.5 years to 7 years. This is an article which I read about WHO. So this between 2.5 to 7 years, it is ultimately like your wish to start weaning off, but I really suggest you to maximum try to feed your baby until he or she reaches 2 years. Every stage of breastfeeding will give your baby immunity one step higher for every stage. Like if you breastfeed till 6 months, they will have their immune system built up to a good extent, and if you extend it till 1 year, their bones will be even more stronger compared to a child who didn't have that. And if you feed for 18 months, you will have all their nerves functioning very good, all their inner organs functioning very good. So there is like all the stages which they say, like they'll have babies, they will highly improve baby's immune system. So if you breastfeed your baby until 2 years, it is said that the kid's IQ level is highly improved. And you should also not worry about your own health. The more you breastfeed, there is a more lesser chances of you getting a breast cancer. So this is all our known facts that you must know before you start feeding, and you should mindset yourself that you are going to do this for a period of 2 years. The bonding between mom and the kid builds day by day, and they will feel more secure, and it is a really special feeling when they start talking, they do understand what you say, and then you feed them. The bonding is like highly close, and you should not miss that feeling. So I hope I gave you all the good reasons that you should not stop feeding and the exact time that you can start weaning off. So stay tuned for my next video, which is about weaning off tips, which I am going to tell you, and how my personal journey of weaning off with Srinika without use of anything. That's amazing, right? So stay tuned. Let's meet again in the next video. Bye bye.